As we get warmer out there, police are telling everyone around to stay vigilant. As this time of year, we do usually see a spike in stolen cars and break-ins. Isabel Garcia got some quick tips from sheriff's deputies about best practices and the sometimes overlooked details out there on how to keep the community safe.
It seems obvious oftentimes, even boring, if you will, some of those safety reminders to make sure that you're bringing everything in from your car, and not just that it's not visible, but really taking the time to make sure you have all of your valuables inside, putting a wheel lock on, other measures like that. But law enforcement officials tell me it can also save more than a headache if your car is broken into, with those personal items often being an uphill battle to try and retrieve.
We're taking reports for wallets being missing, key fobs for the push-start vehicles that are in the vehicles. We've had firearms, book bags with laptop computers. Those are all high-value items that are, it's very difficult for us to locate those items afterwards when they're stolen.
Not to mention the risk of personal info often stored on those items. Deputy David Marcucci with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office emphasizes it's best to alert law enforcement as soon as something may be off. And in his experience, it's not often what people think to do.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard, especially when I worked overnights, people will tell us in the morning, I heard something last night, I saw something last night, but I didn't want to call and bother you. And it's like, we're 24/7. I think it's nice, right, that people are trying to be conscious, but really you're not bothering us. That's what we're here for.
Well, the goal is always to track down the person or persons responsible for any break-in or theft and get any personal items taken and recovered. There are steps like wireless-based home cams that can help not only provide peace of mind for your own vehicle, but neighbors too.
So we've had success with that by getting descriptions of the people, getting descriptions of the vehicles that they're using. So I encourage you to think about having a camera, make sure your driveway's well lit.
And ultimately, all calls are prioritized for severity for responses. MCSO is currently at full staff capacity, according to Marcucci, but deputies still cannot be everywhere at once.
I can't tell you how many times somebody says, I heard my dog barking like that. They don't usually bark, so I thought about calling you. I've heard that hundreds of times, and I'm just like, call. So that really is, it makes a big difference.
And Marcucci also tells me a lot of these crimes really come back to a crime of opportunity, and so ultimately just trying to minimize the risk for anything like that to happen. And of course, if you have any concerns, you can always call 911. For now, reporting in Rochester, Isabel Garcia, News 8.
Isabel, thank you.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand. Plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.